Whew. Yeah. Good morning. Hey, Grant. How you doing, Grant Hairlocker? Hey, Mimi Lies. Oh, Mimi, I know this is hard for you because, honey, you are the queen of having events. What you got going on? I hope this door locks. I decided to do my live somewhere a little different today. Okay, good. I got the door locked. Got tired of staying at home. Everybody else out walking and jogging, so I thought I'd come out and do something. Hey, Keontae. How you doing? Hey, Miss Priesthood. Hey, Cynthia. Guys, make sure y'all say hey to me whenever y'all come on. It feels really weird when y'all don't speak to me and I see you pop on. I don't know what to think about that. But anyway, who you waiting on? This is today's morning moja. Optimism. Good morning, girl loser. Stop, Mimi, stop it. I got something, but Mimi, I'm going to inbox you because I'm doing something. I think you'll really enjoy it. But listen, if you're on here right now, say hey to me. Say good morning, Misha. Say something to me. Don't make me feel like I'm just nothing to you. I appreciate her. Hey, how you doing? Just say hello. Right, Keontae. Hey, boo. Y'all speak to me. Stop it. Now, I get up. Now, hold on, I'm finna show y'all what y'all gonna walk with me today, okay? Hold on. This is what we doing today, right here. Thank you, Latricia. Y'all make sure y'all say hey to me when you get on here. Say good morning, Mimi, or good morning, Mina Millions. Y'all give me my nickname. Kannapolis is a really, really nice place. Where do y'all want to go? They got elephants up there. I don't know what these. I used to take classes up here. Good morning, y'all. Say hey, Angie. Hey, Erica. Y'all say hello to me. Don't be jumping on here and swiping off. You ain't got to stay the whole time, but y'all can at least speak. Don't be like that. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Cint. So listen, real quick. Who are you waiting on? So, and I didn't even realize. Oh, it's cold out here. Who are you waiting on? Hey, mama. Good morning. Y'all say something to me. Y'all say, hey, thank you for sharing. But who are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on? You know, with all this going on, and this is just a little nugget for those of you that have Time Warner. Excuse me, it's not Time Warner anymore. Sorry. If you have Spectrum, call Spectrum today, and you can get your cable for $10 a month. They're doing it for $10 a month. Good Lord, have mercy. Father on rap. Y'all look like I'm going to have to button up. Hold on. Let me button these buttons. Jesus. Auntie. Okay, there we go. That thing was whipping. But you can get your cable for $10 a month. What they're doing is they have this thing where, if you got a past due bill, you're going to have to pay that past due. So you're going to have to make your past due payment. But make your past due payment and call them and tell them to put you on a seasonal hold. It's only $10 a month, and they can keep it on there. I think she said for up to 6 months. Who don't want cable for $10? I ain't paid $10 for cable. Hey, how you doing? And so long, it don't make no sense. But anyway, make sure y'all do that. So anyway, who you waiting on? Who are you waiting on to show up? Now, luckily, the government is sending out these checks. Don't nobody know when they're coming out. They keep telling us these care package checks are going to be processed this week, processed next week, and begin to drop in your account in about 3 weeks. But we don't know that. Who are you waiting on to make you feel better about yourself? Who are you waiting on to give you the encouragement you need to get your tail up like I did this morning, put some shoes on, get out here in the cold, in the pollen, and walk to be healthy? Even though when it's like, who you waiting on to tell you that you need to do that? Your doctor tell you that you're sick? Who you waiting on to tell you that they love you? You get up every single morning. If that ain't a sign of love, I don't know what that is. Every single day that you open your eyes. I'm finna give you some optimism. This is morning mojo. Today is today is optimism. Every single morning you get up and you open your eyes. If that ain't God telling you that he love you, I don't know what love look like. You know, I used to think that, you know, you go to the Bible and it tells you love is kind, love is gentle, love is understanding, long-suffering, enduring. Love is a whole lot of things, has a list. And so I always was looking for those things in people. I was looking for that kind of stuff in people. And the best example of love that I ever had was my mom. So I understood, but motherly love is a little different. So I did understand love from that perspective. But what I didn't understand is that everybody love the way they love based off of their experiences, based off the love that's been given to them, based off the love that somebody else defined for them growing up. And then we as adults are responsible for developing our own understanding of what love is and how we want to give it to other people. And so we begin to think, if you're anything like me, that the way I view love is how everybody is supposed to view love. So I would tell you that I'm expecting you to love me a particular way, but if the way that I'm expecting you to love me is not how you was raised, then you're not going to know how to give me love that way. You can go to church all day long. It's a whole bunch of people in church don't know how to love. You can't talk to me about church, because, honey, I know about church. And these people in the pulpit don't know how to love. For real, for real. They know how to preach. It's two different things. Let me tell you something. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's a difference between somebody being able to preach and somebody being able to love. Just because somebody know how to get up in that pulpit and give you a prolific dissertation and have you jumping up and down and cutting up all kinds of ways, it does not mean that they understand love. They know how to preach. They know how to read. I had an apostle tell us in a minister's training when I was getting my minister's license that anybody can preach. If you can read, you can preach. It's a big difference between understanding how to love. Oh, they got it locked. Understanding how to, oh, I better hurry up because I got to use the bathroom. I done came out here and got to use the bathroom. But it's the difference between preaching and let me tell you something. It's the difference between people that can get you riled up in worship. Just because they worship don't mean they know how to love. Let me tell you something. I'm a living example of that. Honey, it's a whole bunch of people don't know nothing about loving you the way you want to be loved. So you have to ask yourself, who are you waiting for? You have to learn how to understand there are two people that show up for you every single day. It's two people that show up for you every single day. Now, you probably got more than that. But 100% is two people that show up for you every single day. And that first person that show up for you every single day, I don't care whether you believe or not, God shows up for you every day. The fact that you're able to listen to me and hear my voice, read my lips, look at my face, mean he showed up. It means he showed up for you. Because if he didn't show up for you, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be woke. You wouldn't be doing none of this. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. The second person that showed up for you every single day, this person have showed up for you every single day of your life. Every single day of your life. Whether they came through the way you wanted them to or not, they done been there for you. And you done had an opportunity because they showed up to be able to do and everything, to be able to overcome, to be able to do and achieve everything that you wanted to achieve. The problem is a lot of times that person, when they showed up, you didn't even recognize them as somebody that was your biggest fan. You didn't recognize them as your greatest supporter. You didn't recognize, shut up a whole Sunday. You didn't recognize them as the person that was down for you. You didn't recognize them as the person that was going to be loyal to you, that was going to be your ride or die, because you was too busy trying to make your best friend your ride or die. You was too busy trying to make your wife and your girlfriend your ride or die. You was too busy trying to make that man your ride or die. That's why you didn't recognize this person that showed up for you every single day of your life. And that person is you. This ain't one of those little hooks, but this is something I had to realize. This is something that had to come from deep inside of me. I had to think about that thing, I used to get so angry and so frustrated when people didn't come through for me. I used to get so frustrated and so overwhelmed. And I'm going to be honest, I would quit. I was like, you know what? Bump it. I ain't even doing it because they don't care. I used to get so frustrated when the people that I was dealing with or the people I'm trying to service, because I'm in the service industry, I'm trying to get them to understand that I'm trying to give you a high quality. I'm trying to get you to understand that, come on over here, let me teach you how to do this. I used to get so frustrated when I got let me tell you something. When I got misunderstood, oh my God, y'all. Let me tell you something. Don't nothing infuriate me more than for people to misinterpret me and to misunderstand me. That thing used to burn my rooster. Do you hear me? I'm talking about burn my rooster. But then I had to realize, how can I expect them to be there for me? How can I expect them to understand me? How can I expect them to come through for me when I can't even do that for myself? How do you do that? How do you put these great big expectations on people that, whether it's your clients, your customers, your mama, your daddy, even your family members, how do you put, next time I'm gonna have a ponytail, I'm telling y'all that right now, how do you put those expectations on those people to do what you won't do for yourself? How? How do you expect people to give you opportunity when you get up every single day and don't create opportunity for yourself? Oh my God, come on. Come on, some of y'all on here trying to build communities. Some of y'all trying to build communities online and won't even go live. You won't even show up for yourself, but you want everybody liking your posts. You want everybody to tell you you're cute. You want everybody to tell you your Facebook picture, oh, that was beautiful. You want everybody to tell you losing weight. You want everybody to tell you that they like the way you did this hairdo or this haircut or that makeup. You want everybody to give you a compliment, but you won't even compliment yourself. How do you do that? How do you expect people to do all these things that you won't even do for you? It makes no sense. And I had to tell myself, see, I'm talking to me. Y'all best believe when I get on here and I get to talking, I ain't pointing no fingers. I'm pointing at this right here. How you expect that? How you expect somebody to buy your product and you ain't even loyal to your product? How you expect somebody to come to your class and you don't even teach yourself your class? You write a good class, you have something good to say, but your stuff's still twisted. The stuff you're trying to teach somebody else, you ain't even doing. Yes, a lot of people, they get away with that. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money in spite of, am I going the wrong way? You know what? I guess it don't matter. But anyway, how does that work? You mad because, let me tell you something. You upset because you're not showing up for yourself. You waiting for everybody else to show up for you, but you ain't showed up. Oh, Misha, I done tried. Keep trying. Do you think somebody do something 1 or 2 times and it don't work? You know how many times I done had to go live and talk to a screen with nobody on here? Y'all don't always show up. You know how many times I done looked at people and seen them have 1,500, 1,000, 800 people on their screens. And I'm sitting here and they ain't talking about nothing. I'm up here giving up my whole soul and talking to a screen with nobody on there. But you know what? I can't give up on me. I can't give up on myself. When you give up on yourself, you can't expect nobody else to do nothing for you. If you don't want to show up, you sitting around here, we down for 30 days. And I'm going to put this out here and I'm going to keep putting it out here. I ain't going to get tired because I'm sure for myself. We down for 30 days up here in North Carolina. And for those of you who had problems with clients, you about dead right now. You about dead. You didn't have no clients, and a few clients you did have, you can't do them now. And for those of you who did have clients, and this ain't just for hair, this just across the board, any kind of job, any business, because every business is affected right now. Those of you that did have clients, and you can't get to them, you worried about how you're going to sustain. Let me tell you something. Now's the time for you to show up for you. Now's the time for you to start finding other ways to do things. Now's the time for you, more than anything else, to make sure every single day you get up in the morning and say, good morning, Misha. How you doing, beautiful? Come on, you smart. Let's make this happen. Let us figure this out right quick. You got to start falling in love with yourself, baby. And another thing, this is what I know for a fact. The moment, good Lord, the moment, that win ain't no joke. The moment that I begin to love myself, oh my Lord. And I ain't talking about that twerking to myself in the mirror kind of love. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that standing in front of the mirror, holding my stomach in, saying if my stomach was flat kind of love. For those of you that can hear me, say amen if you know what I'm talking about. Say amen. I ain't talking about that kind of love that look at me and say, well, at least I ain't got this. I ain't talking about that kind of love. See, that love right there still got conditions. I'm talking about that love that look at me, walk in front of that mirror with all these rolls, and say to myself, I love me so much, just the way that I am. And no matter what I do to me, I'm still gonna love me. I'm gonna take care of me. I'm gonna treat me the best way I know how to treat me. I'm gonna do for me the things that ain't nobody else ever done for me. When I take myself out, I started taking myself out on dates and stuff. I thought it was so stupid. I was like, oh, this is dumb. I'm by myself. But you know why it was dumb? Because I was by myself? Because I had never showed up for me. I had never been by myself. From the time I left my mama's house to the time I got my own house, somebody was always there. But when I got about 41 years old, got single again, kids didn't really need me, I had to really start thinking about some stuff. Start going through the empty nesting. I had started to say, you know what? Damn, I don't like my own company. You wonder why you have an issue? You wonder why you're not getting the kind of love that you want. Now, I'm being transparent. Y'all can look at it crazy if you want to. I had to think about that. I said, dang, I want a lot. I want a lot. I was taking myself out to eat, spending $100 a meal. I'm like, damn, girl, you expensive. You better learn how to eat cheaper. But it wasn't enough for me to go on a date and spend that kind of money. So at the end of the day, I had to realize, okay, listen, how you love yourself and how you take care of yourself, you got to learn how to love you. The more that I fell in love with myself, the more that I started to show up for myself, I was able to receive whatever kind of love the people around me could offer me. It wasn't even about, I used to think, oh, this is my standard. I have a standard. You know, this is my standard. I'm not letting my standard down. And I'm going to tell you, my baby girl, Alexis, I love that child. Lord knows that Nene is my clone and Shekinah is my clone. Shekinah is the realest, but Money said to me, I think my daughter had to been about 12 or 13 years old. And she said, Mama, she said, why you don't have a boyfriend? I don't know, man. I'm good. I'm single. That's doing that single woman chant, right? Which for real, I was good. I need a break anyway. But she said to me, she said, Mama, maybe you need to lower your standards a little bit so you can get the kind of man that you really want. I looked at that child. I said, what? I said, what? I said, girl, get out of my face. And that stuck with me for years. For years. This was a little kid. And I went back to her probably about a week later. I said, Money, I said, what made you say that? She said, what, Mama? I said, what made you? I said, why do you think Mama need to lower her standards so she can listen to what this child said? She said, Mama, why do you? I said, why do you feel like I need to lower my standards in order to get the kind of love that I want? And she said to me, she said, because, Mama, she said, I watch you and I see you. She said, but some of the stuff that you want people to do, I don't even like doing all the stuff you want me to do. And I'm your daughter. I can't imagine that they want to do all that stuff just so they can love you. She said, Mama, that's too much work. And I bust out laughing. I thought that was so funny. But I'm going to tell you something. My child, my little bitty girl taught me that it's nothing wrong with your standards. But you have to make sure them doggone standards ain't fucking hurdles. Excuse me for cussing. Them weren't standards that I had. Those were hurdles. those was walls. Those was building blocks that I had let the broken heart, the pain that I went through with other people build up around me. That's what it was. Understand this. Ain't nothing wrong with no standard. But I had to look at that thing. When that child said that, I said, okay. I said, okay, God, what you talking about? He said, what you think is a standard ain't nothing but a roadblock. What you think is you having a high expectation ain't nothing but a wall you done built around your heart, because somebody done broke your heart and hurt you. Somebody done did you wrong like a dog. Somebody done cheated on you, lied to you, beat you, raped you, stole from you, took advantage of you. They done did all that to you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to share something with y'all. I'm not going to elaborate on it today, but I got married when I was 18 years old. And at 18, I really didn't have a lot of experience with men. But when I went off to college, I was so happy to get out of Albemarle. My little town right now ain't got 15,000 people in it. So me going somewhere like Fort Bragg was like me walking into a mall. Y'all get your tissue, because most of y'all gonna cry when y'all hear this. This is the truth though. Something I ain't never talked about. So I didn't have a lot of experience with men. My mama kept us very sheltered. She protected us in ways from hurt that she's seen other little girls go to. She never wanted us to be raped or taken advantage of. And so I didn't understand that growing up, because she was so strict. It really bothered me, because all my little friends, like Tita Pie, Sonia, Lisa, Karen, Missy Rayner, all the girls around, they could go and kind of come as they please. Not my mama. Everybody was scared of my mama. And so when I went off to college, I didn't know what I was getting into. And I met my first husband. Wonderful, wonderful spirit. We friends to this day. But when I met him, I had no experience. And it was things that he was dealing with in his personal life that I didn't understand, and that was far beyond me. And at the end of the day, we end up splitting up. And when we split up, it was because of some things that he had to get together for himself. Broke my heart. Tore me up from the soul. Let me tell you something. It's one thing when somebody leave you because they just don't want you no more. But it's a whole nother situation when somebody leave you because of something they dealing with, because of issues they going through. And he had to make he had a lifestyle that he had begun to indulge in, and that lifestyle had took him far, far away from everything that I knew him to be. And it tore me to pieces. It ripped me from my soul. It ripped me in ways like I hid that thing, even from my own family. My own family didn't know for a long time that we wasn't together. And then when they finally did find out, they didn't know why he had left. And I never told nobody what happened and why he left. But I'm going to tell you something. That thing destroyed me. It changed my life forever. Even to this day, at 52 years old, my life will never be the same. It'll never be the same because of that experience. And what that experience did is it caused me to get into fear, because it showed me that you don't know people. You don't know people. Like, I don't care how long you with somebody, you don't know people. You don't know them. You just don't know them. You think you know people? You think you know who people are? You don't know them. And that showed me how much I didn't know that man. And that thing made me so afraid. I'm telling you, for years, I was afraid to talk to men because I didn't know who they were. I didn't know that if I gave this man all my love and my heart, would he turn out to be something else? Would he be doing something in behind my back? And I don't know if y'all ever felt that, but I'm going to tell you something. The worst thing in the world is to be in love with somebody, to be crazy about somebody at a young age, and they cheat on you, lie to you, or take advantage of you. That stuff will mess a woman up. Seriously. A lot of us will cover it up, trying to be hard and tough, but that thing messed me up. It messed me up. It's a lot of details to that. But out of respect for him, I'm not going to put my business out there like that. Maybe one day, but not now. But I'm going to tell you something. That thing messed me up. And so I walked around for a really long time not trusting nobody, not having no faith, not having no love. And see, I know for a fact there's a whole lot of women that done been through the stuff that I done been through. That done been through the stuff that I've been through. And it's very difficult to bring yourself back, because for a long time I thought that I was the reason that he made the choices that he made. I thought it was my fault that he turned out the way he did because I wasn't woman enough, or I didn't know what I was doing, or my sex wasn't good enough, or my butt wasn't big enough. Was obviously is not the issue. My self-esteem was tore up from the floor up. It was tore all the way up. And so I built these walls around me to protect me from all the hurt, from all the pain, from all the disappointment, not realizing that the walls that I built to protect myself was putting me in a cave, preventing me from getting the love from people that really wanted to love me, because those people only knew how to love the way they knew how to love. But I was looking for love to look a particular way. I love the Word of God. I love the Bible. But I literally look for the attributes that I seen in the Bible. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that in that one person. But that's not how love works. Sometimes people that you meet, they will have certain parts of that already developed. But then there's certain parts of that they might not ever been exposed to. So they don't know that they should be loving you that way. Some people don't understand that. And I'm going to tell you something. In this day and time, people are to the point now where they are so busy trying to figure out how to get love for themselves. They don't know how to give it, and they don't know how to share it. And so when my daughter said that to me, it made me realize that I had walls. I had built walls. I had built bridges. I had burnt bridges. I have burnt bridges, built all kinds of fortifications around myself. And I walked around here with my head stuck up in the air. I got a standard. I got an expectation. If he don't do this, if he ain't driving this, if he ain't got this, that's what I thought that's what it was. But that's not what it was. That wasn't even a standard. That was me. That was me covering my heart. That was me trying to have my own back. That was me trying to protect myself from the scoundrel or the liar that would try to come to me the next time around. And so I said all that to say this. I had to learn how to love me impeccably. I had to learn how to love me with such a fervence that I'm not afraid of what you can do, because no matter what you can do, I love me enough that I can love myself around it, through it, and by it. I love me enough that regardless of what it is that you say, regardless of whether you stay or go, regardless of whether you're loyal or not, this right here is okay. And I don't have no attitude about it. I'm very resolute in it. And so now when people come to me, and now when I meet people, I understand that everybody ain't been exposed to the type of love that I've been exposed to. The way that people love, they love the best way they know how. And you got to learn to appreciate that. Let me tell you something, ladies. Stop missing out on your man trying to run it behind a dang car and a piece of money. Because just right now, that's just like right now, you got people, corporate America, who ain't got no checks coming to them. The government done cut these stimulus checks off at 6 figures. You got people, most of the people I know that make 6 figures, they still broke. You know why? Because they take those 6 figures and get in 6-figure debt. They get in 6-figure debt. And when you get in that 6-figure debt, guess what? You still got to pay that. You still got to pay that. And when they cut them bonuses off, when they cut them checks back, when them companies start dialing back those positions, guess what? People don't know what they need to do and how they're going to do it. And so you got to stop letting that be the whole reason you be with somebody. If you got somebody that is trying to be with you and that is trying to love you, you got to love that person and learn how they love. And you got to learn to accept what it is that they're giving. And you got to outlove yourself. You got to be the person that loves yourself the most in every relationship. In every relationship that you're in, you got to love yourself the most. You got to love yourself the most. That right there gave me more clarity than anything. I love my children. And I tell people all the time that my kids are a blessing to me. Because my children helped me understand the reality and see the reality of the simplicity of life. While I was out here thinking I was having a standard, I was able to tear down those walls. I was able to push back the fear that I had let the fact that I went through that relationship, that first marriage. I went through that first marriage. And not just that, even with, this thing go back so far. Like even with when my mom and dad broke up, the day that they broke up, I remember this, like my mom had just had my brother. And I had never in my life heard my parents fight. And this particular day, it was kind of cloudy. And my mama was standing at the door holding my brother. And I seen my daddy packing his car, but I didn't know what he was doing. I was a kid. All I knew is I had a brand new brother. My mom and dad, my mom was walking through the house, not saying nothing. She might say a word or two to my dad. He wouldn't say nothing. And I remember standing at that front screen door. I was on my mama right hand. My sister was on my mama. I was on my mama left hand. My sister was on my mama right hand, and she was holding my brother Noon. And she was looking at my dad, and he was pushing stuff. When I tell you, my daddy car, that window back there, my daddy car was packed full of clothes all the way to that window. I remember seeing his trophies. Like that car was stuffed full of his stuff. Man, and I stood there and I kept thinking, where's daddy going? Why is he putting all that stuff in his car? And my mama said to him, she opened up the door, and this is what she said. She said, what about your children? And he said, I ain't worried about them. They'll be fine. They with you. I see them. We good. They gonna be fine. And I looked at him. I said, what is she talking about? And she said, well, you just gonna leave them here? She said, you just gonna leave your children, your 3 children here. I just had your son. She said, you gonna leave your kids here? He said, they can come with me if they want to. And let me tell y'all something. That reaction that my dad had when she said that still to this day bothers me when I say something to somebody and I see they have an overreaction, like an attitude, and it could be just their way. That thing messes with me. It knocks me off. So when I tell you these bridges, these walls, and these things that we build are real, when them relationship gurus is telling you to get a piece of paper and write down what you want, be specific, write it down, write a vision, make it plain. Let me tell you something. You better make sure that what you putting on that piece of paper is exactly what you want and not reinforcing the walls that you done built. Because even if they come, they not going to be able to give you what you want because you got a wall up. My mama asked my daddy that, and he said, they can come with me if they want to. They can come with me if they want to. Come on. And my mama stood there, she looked at him, and she said, y'all want to go with your daddy? And was like, well, where's he going? And I looked at her, and I was like, where's he going, mama? She said, he leaving here. I said, well, where is he going? She said, do y'all want to go with him? I looked at my dad, and my sister was looking me dead in my face. She didn't even look at my mom and dad. She was looking at me to see what I was going to do. Because when I moved, she moved. I looked at my daddy. I looked at my mom. And something told me to stay with your mama because something ain't right about this situation. I said, I want to stay with you. And she asked Gaina, she said, I want to stay with you and Misha. And I watched him get in that car and drive off. And I didn't realize that day that my father put the first layer of bricks down for my fear of abandonment. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I had no idea that when when I watched him drive off in that car full of clothes, that as a woman, I was going to spend the rest of my life, and I'm talking directly to you fathers and you men with daughters, be there for your girls. Stop thinking that the stuff that y'all do when y'all kids are little don't bother them when they get grown and don't affect them, because that's a lie, and it's the truth. The truth about it is, I had no idea that when he got in that car and drove off, that I would spend the next 40 to 50 years building walls to protect me from people leaving me. That's what happened to me. That's a real situation. I had no idea that when I said that as a standard, I need a man that know how to be faithful and know how to be loyal, that was based off the fact that I had to watch my father and mother go through infidelity and watch it break their marriage up. So I put myself in a place where, even though that's a good, honest expectation of a person, it shouldn't be the thing that you use your trust from. When I'm in a relationship, it's supposed to be automatic. They can trust me and I can trust them. I didn't realize that I was building walls all those years. I didn't realize that every boyfriend, the few that I did have, that when they left me, it reinforced that thing. I didn't know that when I married my first husband, that when he told me he didn't want to be married no more, that it wasn't about me. He did not want to be with me. He knew he had a lifestyle that he had chose to live that didn't fit what was going on. He didn't want to cheat on me. He didn't want to be that person that had me out there and had me looking crazy because he was out here doing stuff that everybody else was doing or whatever. That thing broke me. It broke me to my pieces. And then the details of what was really going on was something I was so ashamed of. I couldn't even speak about it to nobody. And so as I began to build these standards, there were walls. I built walls, and then I end up getting in relationships with people who could get around those walls, but then they bought me abuse. They bought me beating me. They bought controlling me. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, this person is not going to leave me. They down. They said that they'll kill me before they leave me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. This is some real stuff. You ain't gonna be with nobody else. I'll kill you first. I'll kill you. Ain't nobody gonna have you. In my warped mind, I was thinking, oh, okay, so he not gonna abandon me like my daddy. I can depend on him. This is me not showing up for myself. I had become codependent on trying to find somebody to be in that space that my dad left open. And my dad was young when he did that. Him and my mama broke up for whatever reason. And I don't judge them because they probably shouldn't be together. But it still changed me as a woman. And it took my 12-year-old daughter to say what she said for me to wake up and look at my life and say, hold on, sis. Hold up. Wait a minute. We don't roll like that. I had to really think about that thing and say, you know what? You got to let that thing go. Because your daddy was in his 20s. Your mama was in his 20s. Whatever was going on between them, whatever you knew about and whatever you found out about, that was them. This is your whole life. You can, listen, guys, y'all can even spend your life waiting for somebody to come through for you, or you can resolve this thing on the day. Today, April the 1st, you got 30 days out of work. Some of y'all still got to go to work, but you got 30 days to take them walls and knock them down. Because I'm going to tell you something. To this day, I still ain't met a woman that done dealt with the stuff that I done dealt with. And I'll share some stuff with you, but not right here because I want to respect the people that I deal with. But I'm going to tell you something. To this day, I still have to make sure that I don't allow my mind to get into a mindset when I meet certain people and I feel like those people are going to let me down. I have to stop thinking that way. If you contractual and you in a contract, even a marriage, that ain't no guarantee. You still got to show up for yourself. You got to get your life in a place where you stop letting everybody disappoint you. You got to get your life in a place. Yes, it's an honest thing to be upset if somebody cheat on you or lie on you. I get it. That's an honest reaction. But your reactions cannot dictate what it is you're going to do for the next 20 or 30 years. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you out here are single and by yourself, not because it ain't somebody out here who want to love you, not because it ain't somebody who would try to love you. You out here by yourself because you scared. You got them walls built up. You think they standards and they ain't standards. They are keeping you from having what you really, really want. It's time for us to be sensitive. It's time for us to be considerate. It's time for us to stop expecting. Stop putting the burden of your success on everybody else. I was in class all day yesterday. Stop putting the burden of your success on everybody else. Show up for yourself. It ain't nobody's responsibility for you to sell your products. It ain't nobody. Let me tell you something. I don't care nothing about how nice your flyer look, your marketing look. At the end of the day, if you get in front of enough people, you'll find the people that want to hear what you got to say. That's what I done learned. If you stay on long enough, somebody gonna find out what you got to say because somebody gonna tell somebody about you. You just got to be consistently loyal to yourself. Learn today, and I'm finna get off here because I got to go to the store before all the food get gone because y'all know it's first of the month. No tea, no shade. Y'all already know it's the first of the month. Listen, I want y'all to take this challenge. For the next 30 days, begin to break down those walls. Y'all women and men, let me tell you something. Stop looking at, let me tell you something. 52 years teach you a lot. 52 years teach you, people running around here. Y'all see me walking? I walk because I love me. I don't do squats. I don't do sit-ups because I want anybody to see my flat stomach. I don't walk because I'm trying to look good for nobody else. I do this because I love me. I love my grandchildren. I do this because I want to look good for me. I put my, honey, let me tell you something. Up under this lace, I cut all my hair off. Every year I cut all my hair off and grow it out. It's just something I do just because I just want to do it. I'm not ashamed to walk around here without no lashes and wigs on, because guess what? That don't change what's inside of here. It don't change what's inside of here. None of that. I ain't got too much pride for none of that. It ain't a person on this planet that if I done misstepped with them, that I won't apologize and get it right to. You know why? It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's because I love me. It's because I love me, I respect me, and I keep me up to a certain standard. I understand now that the way a person love me is based off of their personal experiences and what it is that they've experienced as love. So now it's on me to show them my version of love. And let me tell you something, love is a powerful thing. And if your love for yourself and your love for your life and your understanding for who you are, and what you're doing is as strong as you think it is, when people get in your presence, when they get in your essence, their love will elevate. That's something that I know for a fact. So while y'all out here trying to find perfect Patty, while y'all out here trying to pick who got it going on, George, and y'all looking at these cars and looking at these people right here, whatever they got, I applaud them. I'm not judging them at all. But understand this, don't miss your opportunity. Don't miss your opportunity because you didn't show up for yourself. Don't miss out on life because you gave up on yourself. Don't miss out on what God is trying to get in your hands because you got stuck in a mold that you built, that your life built, and that it forced you into. Free yourself today. Free yourself and free everybody that you know. Don't make it nobody responsibility no more to love you. Love yourself. Learn to be with yourself. And let me tell you something. Learning to love yourself don't mean that you're selfish. Because you ain't gonna ever hear come. I don't need nobody. That's a lie. I need everybody I see. I don't like being in the house by myself. I don't like sleeping in the bed by myself. I don't like doing nothing by myself. I need all y'all. I like everybody. I need all the people. I grew up around everybody and I want to be around everybody. No. That ain't a reflection that you done got it together. That's a reflection that you ain't thought it all the way through. I don't need a man. Yes, you do. We all need each other. I don't need a partner. You might not need a partner, but I'm going to tell you something. A partner will enhance you. That's the whole point. The whole point in being in a relationship is for us to complement each other. There's always somebody out there that can compliment you. And there's always somebody out there you can compliment. But you got to be whole yourself. Stop letting all the anger and hurt and disappointment that everybody else done dished out to you keep you from being in a place where you can get the love, understanding, friendship, loyalty, and hope that is waiting for you to have. Somebody out there want to stand beside you. They might not look like the person that you want them to look like. They might not be as tall or short or slim. They might not be that. But I'm telling you something. You overlooking your blessing because you got these standards, these walls. Look up what a standard is. Look it up. God, the Bible, we say, oh, God will raise a standard up against the devil. That's a wall. That's a wall. Why is it up? Ask yourself today, why is it necessary for somebody to be 6 figures to be in your life? Because you don't want to work? Why you don't want to take care of yourself? Why is it required of you that a woman have a flat stomach and look a certain way for you to be with her? Why? What happens if she gets sick and get something wrong with her thyroid and can't help but to gain weight? What happens to the love then? Y'all better stop putting all these superficial, ridiculous expectations on people. That's ridiculous. When you're young, you don't know no better. I get it when you in your teens and 20s. But by the time you hit 35, it's time for you to start shifting gears. And if you still 40 walking around here thinking that you finna get, I'm looking for my whole package, you better make sure that the package that you're looking for ain't gonna bring you exactly what you don't want, because Your standard done blocked out what really it is that you need. Your standard that you done built done blocked out what you're really trying to bring to yourself. Well, I'm not going to settle. It ain't about settling, baby. The only way that you can ever settle is if you don't take care of you. That's it. When I realized the only way I can ever settle for anything in life is when I give up, baby, the game changed then. It changed. When I realized that as long as Misha Reinauer is able to get up, move, think, breathe, use her hands, use her brain, stand up, as long as I can keep doing what I'm doing. Sorry about that. When I realized that, I don't worry about nobody giving up on me. Because if they quit, they road ended. Y'all see me walk around there how many times? Twice? That was it. And it's still people, that man right there that passed me, that man still walking. He was walking when I got there and he's still walking while I'm gone. But just because I stopped don't mean his journey stopped. Just because somebody's journey stopped with you don't mean they quit on you. That was the end of their journey. Stop trying to drag people in the journey that they ain't part of your journey they ain't supposed to be in. Your mind get confused. You get confused about a lot of those things because you're so busy trying to protect your heart. You're trying to protect your soul. You're trying to protect your essence from things that hurt you 30 years ago, that hurt you 10 years ago, that hurt you 20 years ago, that you can't even move your hand to let those things that's standing right there that want to heal and love you, the best way they know how, bring you the healing and love that you need. Man, I'm finna get off here with y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm finna go back and read y'all comments. I thank y'all so much. Make sure all of you that enjoyed this, share this post. I'm gonna go on. And for those of you who really want to know my story, make sure I'm gonna create a group today. I'm gonna create a group. Know my story. And we're gonna get in there. All y'all, especially y'all people over 40. I want y'all to get into this group. Get into this group and we're going to share our stories and what we share in that story room, going to stay in that story room. What we share in that story room, going to stay in that story room because it's time for us to come together and realize that just because you in your 40s and 50s don't mean you don't need no work. You need the most work. We need the most work because we grew up in a time where what happened in the house stayed in the house. We grew up in a time where act like you want to put our business in the street and see what happened. Some of that stuff, and listen, I ain't no psychiatrist, so that ain't what I'm saying. But it's some things that you need to let go of. It's some things that you need to bust down and stop saying you too old. Stop saying that you can't do it. Stop saying, well, I'm settled in my ways. You settled in a place that you want to be comfortable in. That's just like me sitting in this car. I can say, well, I'm settled in my ways. But it's easy for me to get my fat tail up, get out this car, and go sit in another car. Oh, change is always possible. I don't accept that this is just the way I am. No, that's the way you want to be. And when you tell me that, okay, I'm not going to be mad at you because that's what you want. And it's because of what you want is what you're going to get. And you being mad, you might as well be mad at yourself because you the one who said, now you said that this is how you are. This is just how I am. This is how I am. I've always been, okay. You like that wall being up right there? Tell me how it's working out for you. How's it working out for you? Show up for yourself. Stop blocking people out. Stop looking at people with your natural eyes and begin to buy everything that you see in this life, everything that we touch. This is not the real stuff. Y'all better go read. This right here is not the real stuff. The real stuff is in the spiritual realm. And if you still judging people by the way they look on their outside, you missing the whole point of life, baby. You missing the whole point of life. If you still sitting here at 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 years old, judging people by what they put on their body, by what they drive, and how they look, you have no depth in your life. You have no clear understanding that the real person is the spirit. You live in a body and you have a soul. Y'all better get with it. It's time to wake up. Y'all always hollering, wake up, honey. You better get real. You better know who you are. I am not these lashes. I am not this wig. I am not my salon. I am a whole being on the inside of me. And until I realized that that spiritual part of me is what needed to be beautiful, until I realized that that spiritual part of me is what I needed to love, until I understood that spiritual part of me is what needed love from other people, until I did that, I was stuck. But now that I understand that I need to love the spiritual part, I need to feed the spiritual part, I need to take care of the spiritual part, I automatically want to take care of my body. I automatically want to, thank you, Jesus. Let me tell y'all something. I got to get off of here. I don't know who on here pulling because I can't see nothing. Let me tell you something. It wasn't until I began to feed my soul, my mind, my will, my emotions. It wasn't until I started to nurture my mind, my will, my choices, my ability to make choices. It wasn't until I began to nurture those things, until I began to nurture my soul, the way I think, the way that I process things. It wasn't until I started to question why I questioned certain things. It wasn't until then that I got true freedom. I had to begin to say, well, Misha, why did you get mad about that? Or why does that bother you? Y'all need to start asking yourself some questions. You need to start showing up for yourself. If you spent less time trying to give people a piece of your mind, held on to the piece of the mind that you got, and start asking yourself some questions, you will be surprised at how many people standing around trying to help you. You will be surprised at how many people standing beside you trying to love you. But you so busy catching attitudes, snapping, cussing people out. I'm not putting up that. I ain't going through that. Stop for a minute and ask yourself, why does that bother you? Why does it bother you if somebody else chooses this? Asa Little, she put something up. Asa Allen put something up today. She said she never knew freedom like she known it when she began to not take everything personal. Y'all need to read, what is it called? The four agreements. Get a book. It's called The Four Agreements. Y'all get that book. Everybody on this live, I want you to get the book, The Four Agreements. Stop taking everything personal. I used to rake. Talia Covington told me when I was in middle school, she said, why do you rake everything to yourself? I didn't even know what that meant at that age. Some of us naturally do that. But you got to begin to question yourself. It doesn't mean that you question your integrity. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to make sure that the way that you feel is the way that you really feel and not a fear. Why did you get mad that somebody told a lie on you? Why? Oh, I got mad because it ain't true. They trying to make me look. So first of all, can't nobody make you look no kind of way. Calm down. Calm down. They lied on you. Okay. Well, that lets you know that they're a person that don't know how to tell the truth, and that they have something going on with them that make them feel like that if they elaborate or tell a lie, that it's going to make things well in their life. So you don't get mad. Let me tell you something. You can't run down a lie, but you can outlive it. That's facts. So the truth about it is, okay, they lied on you. Okay. Some of the lies that people would tell have horrible repercussions, but you have to have confidence in this. If you know it's a lie, yeah, you're going to be hurt. You're going to be injured. But understand, you got to outlive that thing. It's okay. Because the people that really know you, they know you didn't do that. They know that won't you. They know that was a lie. And let me tell you something. It ain't a lie that's sitting out here on this world and on this earth that don't get uncovered. That's what you got to understand. Everybody get lied on at one point in life. It's just part of life. But stop letting it destroy you. Stop letting it take you to a place. Oh my God, I can't believe they lied on all. They liars. That's what they do. That's what they do. They liars. Ain't nothing else you can do about it. They liars. That's what they do. Liars lie. And people who listen to liars either enjoy lying or will lie on them, or it will be revealed. So stop falling apart. When people cheat on you, why do people cheat and steal on you? Because something in their life told them that they're insignificant, or that they're not capable of obtaining things a particular way, so they feel like they have to steal. Okay, now that you understand that person does that, you know how to move with them. You ain't got to hate them. Just understand them and know how to move with them. You get what I'm saying? It's a different type of peace that come on you when you look and like, oh, okay, that's what you do? Okay, cool. Because trust and believe, baby, 360, they're going to come back around to you. And when they come back around to you, be like, no, you know what? I wish I could help you with that. But the last time that I did something with you, you did lie about it. And, well, I went, no, it's fine. Whatever the reason was that you lied, I get it. You stole from me. You took something from me. You didn't handle that right. Right now, I can't do nothing with you. I just can't. Experian do it to you all the time. Equifax do it to you all the time. When you try to get something on your credit, they say, no, that's fine. You didn't pay your bill, so we're going to lower your credit score so you can't get nothing else and you ain't going to do it to nobody else. They do it to you. You better start doing people. You better give people a relationship score. Score them like the credit bureau score you. You get them a 600, a 500, a 300, whatever it is. But I always leave the window opportunity for them to be able to prove themselves to you. Because guess what? Just like your credit score, people can change. Just like your credit score, people can change. They can. If you can bring your credit score up from a 300 or a 350 to a 725, people can change the same way. That's how I look at things now. When people behave a certain way, I just give them a little number. I'll be like, oh, okay, you about a 600. All right, I know what you done. Oh, no, baby, you're 425. And you're 425. Oh, I love you. Look, you good. You were 425. You got some things to work on before I can F with you right now. Can't do nothing with you right now. I can't do nothing with you right now. But let me see you build that credit score up, and then we'll go ahead and rock. How about that? Listen, guys, I love you. My name is Misha Lee. I hope you enjoyed this version of Morning Moja. Today is optimism. Be optimistic about your life and who you are. I see all these amazing comments coming through. Y'all are blowing my timeline up. I will be back on a little bit later on. If you're in the beauty industry or know somebody in the beauty industry, make sure you tag them in this post. Tell them to come over and join 1 Million Stylish Strong. And if y'all want to see some real content, y'all need to go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is lit. I'm putting up my birthday video. I'm going to drop that between today and tomorrow, but I'm only putting it on YouTube. I'm going to show y'all a snippet, but y'all need to subscribe to my YouTube page to see this video. It's going to be lit. It's funny. I love you guys so much. I hope that I can help somebody. Listen, let me tell you something. It don't matter what happened to you. It doesn't matter who done let you down. It doesn't matter who done hurt you. Please begin to show up for yourself. Please begin to show up for yourself. And don't let your anger be a reflection of the pain that's coming out of you, because that's all it is. When you get angry. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's a book called Bitter Plus Broke Equals Boss. Six-figure chick wrote that book. That's a good analogy. Use that fuel of disappointment to build on. Don't use that fuel of hurt, disappointment to build walls. Use it to build stairs. Oh, thank you, Lord, for that. Shout out on Sunday. Use the disappointment and hurt. The times that people ain't showed up for you, and don't you tell me you too old. I don't want to hear that. It don't matter how old you are. The older you are, the more seasoned you are. You ready then, baby. Everything with age gets better, honey. When trees mature, they at their strongest. Stop thinking because you 40, 50, 60 years old, you too old. You ain't too old. Stop getting settled in your ways, because I'm telling you something. You ain't doing nothing but you stealing from yourself. Use all that hurt, pain, disappointment to build stairs to the next level, to the next experience in life. Because, at 50 years old, we ain't really thinking about levels like that. I'm leveling up and I'm leveling up. I'm leveling up. I'm leveling up. Yeah, Sierra going to break that down. At 50 plus, we ain't really worried about leveling up, but we like to have better experiences. So if you want to have better experiences with people, if you want to have better experiences in life, if you want to begin to enjoy and love, man, I just love this situation. I mean, man, I used to be so sad all the time and smile. Just sad all the time, depressed and smiling. It feels so good to be in a place right now where I don't have to fake it till I make it. Let me tell you something. That fake it till you make it ain't supposed to last a lifetime. Ain't supposed to be a lifetime, y'all. Ain't supposed to be a lifetime. It's okay to fake it. But if you faking it till you making it, you been faking it since you was 20 and you 50, it's time for you to make it, baby. It's time for you to start making some stuff. It's time for you to start making. Y'all, show up for yourself. Build bridges, not walls. Show up for yourself. Build stairs and not stumbling blocks. Stop letting all these experiences that you're going through or that you done had with people in different situations, stop letting that stuff break you. Let it break off the stuff that you don't need. Don't let it break you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your comments. I'll go back and read them later when I got some glasses on because y'all know I can't see that. I love you. Share my post. Tag somebody in the post, and I'll see you guys in the morning for Morning Moja. Y'all say, hey, y'all, listen, if you like Morning Moja, M-O-J-A, say Morning Moja, yes, Morning Moja. Put it right here in the comment, yes, Morning Moja, yes, Morning Moja. That's all I want to see on my timeline is yes, Morning Moja. Love you, bye-bye.